on the previous episode.
Plan today, bottom line, what are we doing? 89 Team of the Week cards, under 60,000 coins, and pick up training at any overall. Preferably get a bunch of different types of cards for under 19 coins for training. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, episode 78 of the No Money Spent. Before we get into all the content, I'm going to talk about a little bit about the Discord. Yes, it's live. Think of it more as a forum, a Reddit, to kind of just discuss the market, meet some new people, and kind of just gain valuable information on Madden in general. But I do need some help from you guys. I'm only one person, really. I can't be responding to every single message. I also have a terrible sleep pattern, so I'm usually not up in the morning. There's a lot of smart people of you guys in the Discord. Use each other's information, respond to questions if you know the answer. Please, it will help out basically everyone, because I can't be there to respond to every question. Don't think of me as above you guys at all. We all know what we're kind of doing with the market if you're in there, but that's really for the Discord. Hopping into the content, I know kind of went over it. Singleton, pretty much an irrelevant middle linebacker. This Netane Moody, though, is the best right guard in the game at 91 overall. And then Malik Collins is on that Raiders theme team, so he's going to have a pretty decent price as well. Gonna be picking up on my squad to get that overall up. Rob Havenstein, the second best right tackle now in the game behind Leo Collins. Leo Collins did kind of drop from about 1.1, 1.2, I think down to 900k. Rob Havenstein, though, is solid card, 6'8", could have been scary tall, who knows. But Al Woods, really just another D tackle card, run stopper, doesn't really hit the 90 power move threshold. 89 will be one off, so yeah, I don't think he's really the best card. But the heavyweights, in terms of like what they're going for in the market, there's 4 solid cards there that have a reason to be above training. And the Malik Collins for the Raiders, best right guard in the game, and then the 91 right tackle and the 92 D tackle. So really, it's not that bad of a pack. I've looked at it a little bit, but hopping in, you might have seen in the top right hand corner, yes, the coins are down. You guys got to realize, when I'm telling you coin making methods like buy 89 Team of the Weeks, the person who's investing the most into these, it's going to be me. So I picked up, I think, 115 Kyle Pitts, about 30 Campbells, and then another assortment of cards at that 19 coins for training that I talked about yesterday. Really, I buy most of my cards late night. I let all of y'all eat, let my friends eat basically during the day. 9:30, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time hits. I'm pretty much sniping for an hour or two, hop in a party, talk about fantasy football, basically shit like that, and just snipe away. I usually end up I make my thumbnails and do like my brainstorming for videos really late at night, and that's normally when I'm sniping. There's really, man, once it hit 9:30, 10 o'clock, I was getting about 80% of the Kyle Pitts and the Campbells under 61k. But yeah, I did pick up some for 61, because you gotta understand, when you have to buy probably 50 plus, if you're all about that 50 plus Team of the Week, so you're gonna buy 50 cards, you can't really be greedy and try to get them for 60,000 coins. Otherwise, you're gonna be sitting on your ass for about 3 hours trying to get them. Of course, if you're only buying like 10 to 15, you could be greedy. You got 2 hours, you can buy like one every 10 minutes. Be super greedy, pick them up for 58k, and your profit is just more. But if you buy a lot, talked about this someone in the Discord yesterday, if you end up buying a lot, you can't really be too picky on your 89 Team of the Week investments. Pick them up at 61k. That's really what I was doing. But looking at basically my sells, yes, I have been selling off again. Assortment of core leads that I picked up this past weekend. I mean, Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack, any card that's significantly above training value, as well as I did do a heavyweight. I did 2 heavyweight rolls. I think it was Spain and Woods, so not the worst. And you saw Jay Ratliff. We'll talk about that. But let's hop into the market, kind of get a vibe of the training market in general. Now, training market, of course, did not go down. It's not going to go down. Yesterday was going to be the lowest point pretty much all weekend until limiteds are out of packs. But the training market hasn't spiked like we not really thought it would, but it hasn't spiked back up to like that 21, 22 coins per training range. And it's really just because you got to think about this, right? From your point of view, from everyone's point of view. Who is actually buying like a team right now? Who's buying cards for their team? Who's buying training unless they're prepping for Most Feared Part 3? You see what I'm getting? So no one is really buying cards. Like, if someone's going to buy players, someone's going to buy. I mean, I'm waiting to buy my players on Friday. That's what a majority of you guys are doing. We're going to be waiting. We need to see the Thursday kind of cards. We're waiting to buy. Now, you see the market on the graph. It has slightly rose from about 19 to a little above 20.8, 20.7, but no one's really buying right now. So the trading market, yes, it's gone up, right? It's gone up a good amount, but it hasn't gone up like that spiked amount that we want it to when we think Most Feared Part 3 is going to drop and people need training for rerolls, right? People are going to buy training for rerolls. They're probably not going to buy them 3 days in advance, let's be honest. They're going to buy them. They're going to buy their team upgrades and everything on Friday or at earliest Thursday night, really, when they see all the new Most Feared cards. But hopping in until the Team of the Week investments. Now, we're going to start off with Kyle Pitts. What to do with Kyle Pitts. Now, there's a couple things, really, and this is the only week probably in the past month where we actually have multiple options, and it's because we picked up Kyle Pitts at that lowest training point. in training, we know training is kind of going to go up slightly throughout the weekend. We're not in a rush to, like, the last 2 weeks we've said we need to sell off our team of the week cards before most fear drops, right? Because we think there's going to be more of a drop in training because training was so high. But now that training is low and we've bought at the lowest point, we're not in a rush to sell Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, there's two things right now. Usually there's one force driving the price up, and that would be the team of the week sets. Now we have two forces. We have the team of the week set driving the price up, and we have the training driving the price up. So it's basically, think of it as two people pushing a car instead of one. So Kyle Pitts really throughout the weekend, and that's why I bought so many, because it's not a long-term investment, but I could be a lot more patient. I can sell 110 off basically. I have till Saturday night to sell off, I guess, Kyle Pitts. There's going to be there's more scarce on the market throughout the days, and training is only going to go up. If Kyle Pitts is the cheapest training, why doesn't everyone just buy Kyle Pitts for training? So Kyle Pitts is going to be driven up in price necessarily. So that's really what to do with Kyle Pitts right now. You can take the 70K right now. You can make 3K. I don't think that's worth it. If I sell Kyle Pitts in the market, it's going to be for 73, 74K. He's already at a solid 70,000, but there's just a couple people that you see on the market. They have like 20 up at 70,000 or 69.9. That's kind of blocking that Kyle Pitts price from going up to 72, 73. But I am going to be more patient. I'm recording this at about 2:30, 3 o'clock, so the price will probably be about 71, 72 later on tonight. But really, there's no rush. Like, if you guys have 10 to 15 Kyle Pitts, yeah, you could sell a couple off for 70,000, but there's really no rush to sell off Kyle Pitts. I'm in no rush. I'm probably going to sell off like 20 tonight if I can get 73. Training's only going to go up. Kyle Pitts is only going to get more rare on the market. There's really no reason for Kyle Pitts not to go up. I want to get 75K in value, so it'd be like 67K, be a 10 to 15% profit. But that's going to be on to Kyle Pitts. Let's move on to the Campbell card, because there's actually a whole different thing that we're going to be doing for Campbell. Moving on to Campbell, the way we were going to get the most value out of the Campbell card, the Packers middle linebacker. Yes, he is a lot more rare in the market, and technically you probably could sell him for 75K tonight, but there is another way right now where you can get the most value, and it's been through the team of the week set. This is how we got the most value the last 3 weeks. It's not going to work for the Roddy White set, because Roddy White is significantly less than J. Ratliff in his card and his power up. So you're going to basically be doing the J. Ratliff set. You see, I'm going to skip through me buying the cards, but I picked up the Sam Hubbards for an average of about 27K, and then the 82 overall for about 5.5. If we add the 60K from the 89s that we got yesterday, ends up costing us about 315,000 coins to complete this set. Now we're going to see how much the J. Ratliff is going in the market. Basically, this is a way you can always find out, is it better to do the set or to just straight sell the card maybe for 75K. Add up all the cards that you spent, right? Get the total amount that you spent, and then you're going to add, or you're going to take up how much coins you're getting back. So J. Ratliff, I'm going to list for 319,000, and then the power up, I'm going to quickly go through it. Really, you see in the recent sells, I could sell for 325. I'm just going to list it for 319 to show you guys it's a reasonable price. And then the power up, yes, there's one for 53, but then he goes up to 60. I'm going to list mine for 59,000. So basically going to list it for 320 and 60,000. So 380,000 from the J. Ratliff. And of course, we're going to go back into the set, and we're going to take away the tax, because of course the tax is included in this. Now 380, I believe, minus 38, that's gonna be 350. 342, I think, is the number if I remember. 342K. I put this on my screen basically to remember it, but I believe it's 342. Am I right? Let's go. Come on, guy. I put it way too long, to be honest. 380 though, minus 38. Add up all the, yes, 342K, and then of course we take the 315K we spent on this set. That's 27K profit. Like, yeah, that's good profit, right, for doing this set. But how does that turn into the 89s? Like, what are we really making from the 89s? Well, we take that 27K, and of course we have 389s. We're gonna divide that by 3, and it ends up being 9K profit per 89. Now, figuring out like how much is that in comparison to selling on the auction? Well, bottom for 60. So that's a 9K profit at 69,000 coins, but that is after tax. So we have to add, what, 69 plus 6.9 ends up being about 76,000 coins. So basically would be as if you were selling the Campbells on the block for about 76,000 coins in comparison to doing the set. So that's really how the value is. You could always do that math equation, just add up everything you're getting back from J. Ratliff, subtract it, divide the profit by 3 because that's where the profit is coming from. It's the 89s, and you can see how much you are getting basically back for the Campbells. Now the Pitts, unfortunately, Roddy White's going for so low, there's really no point. But Kyle Pitts, remember, I'll talk about this in a little bit. But we're going into the binder now. What am I really doing with my core elite investments, right? My most feared investments. Well, Devontae Adams, I don't really think he's still, yeah, he can get a card, but I don't love him, and I do have 10. I've struggled to sell him. I've picked up most of them, I think, under like 52, some of them yesterday for 49, and he's really just been around that 57, 58k, so I'm probably going to sell off half of them for 60k, try to. Jair Alexander and the 83s, really all the 87s and the 83 investments that I picked up for discard trading, so that being 87s for 33k last weekend, 83s for about 7.5. There's really no point in me selling them, because if they were not to get a card, they can't go any lower because they're trading value. So if Jair goes up to 50k, yeah, I'm going to sell off a couple of them. I really only want to go in to most feared with a couple of each card. Aaron Donald, I have 10 right now. I plan on selling 5 more for around that 140,000 mark. I always say take more, hedge more than you actually have. So like you have 5 Aaron Donalds, I would hedge 3 or 4. Take that guaranteed profit. If you picked up Aaron Donald for 90k over the weekend, like I did, we picked up a lot, like over 20 plus. We're selling for 140k. That's 35k profit per card. That's pretty damn good just as it is. If Aaron Donald does not get a card, he's going back down to 90, 100k. Take the profit while you can. Khalil Mack's same way. I think I have about, I want to say 12. I want to get down to that like 3 or 4 mark. On Donald, I'm going to have like 3 or 4 Donalds, 3 or 4 Macks. I'm going to have a lot more Jairs, of course, because he's training this card. But Khalil Mack back up to that 60k mark. We were picking him up under 40k over the weekend. So we're going to take that profit every chance we get. More cards are, for the 83s, basically like Derwin, Jordan Poyer, Denzel Ward. There's no point in selling. First off, they haven't spiked up in price. There's no point in selling a Denzel Ward that I bought for 8k, for 10k. When if he doesn't get a card, he's not going to go any lower because of trading value. You gotta understand. So 83s, I'm really keeping like 10 plus. Really, it's a no risk investment. For the cards that are above trading value, I'm usually selling off about 75% of my stock per card. But lastly, moving on to the limited time card, Chase Edmonds. Sorry, I hit my mic. 700k right now. It's currently about, I think I recorded this at about 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I usually buy mine from like 7 to 9. My target price, and I think everyone's target price, should be 650k. Who knows? That could change. If you want to really know an updated price by the hour, I'll be in Discord updating. Always be greedy with your limited investments. I promise you. You buy one for 670, like you get a snipe, let's say 700k right now. You snipe one for 670. You're like, damn, it's a good price. You'll check back 2 hours later and they'll be up for 640k. I do it all the time. Be super greedy with your limited time cards. Not everyone is buying them, so they happen. They're not too hard to get like 50k, 30k snipes on these cards. But that's going to be the target price for Chase Edmonds. Win over everything. Remember, Kyle Pitts. If you need training, if you plan on buying training for Most Feared Part 3, man, if you have Pitts, like just if you really want to, just discard. Remember, you got him for 19 coins for training. Training right now on the market's 20, so you can just take that cheaper training that you want for the weekend. I'm going to be a lot more patient with my Kyle Pitts. I'm going to try to get 75k on the market for them. Of course, that's like 67k after tax as well. You have the Campbells. Do the J Ratliff stuff. While the J Ratliff is still going for a price, always check his price. He's going for a reasonable amount. But that's going to be all for episode 78 of the No Money Spent. Good luck, really, to everybody on your most feared investments. It's basically investment E for all of us that have a bunch of Aaron Donalds, a bunch of Tyreek Hills, cards like that. Hop in the Discord, free to join, be active, respond to questions. I can't be there to respond to everything. That's going to be all for this episode. Gameplay tomorrow. I didn't want to make this video too long. But until next time, like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new, comment if you have any questions, and peace.